Hey, today I'm gonna talk about full moon in Gemini, and I'm a little bit nervous because it's my first video, and I have this insecurity to speak English, and yeah, but I want to do it. Like I want to record it without any expectation, and I wanted to speak about astrology because this is something that I have a knowledge and I'm really interested in. This is more than hobby for me. So I also thought that maybe it's a good chance for me to do it today when there is a full moon in Gemini, because I've been struggling to hear my voice for the other people, or I'm struggling to be heard by other people because I have insecurities, and it kind of makes me stuck where I am, force me to be invisible. So that's why I wanted to record this video, and I'm gonna share it on my YouTube channel. And today, as I mentioned before, it's gonna be full moon in Gemini. So what does it mean? When I look the birth chart, which is right now in front of me, the first house, ascendant, is ruled by Pisces, and there is a Neptune, which is a planet. It's also ruled by Pisces. So first of all, it's kind of it's showing me that this 24 day, it's going to be a little bit foggy or hazy for us because of first this connection between. And when we look at the second house, is ruled by Uranus. There's Uranus in Taurus. So basically this 21 days could be about like a money and self-worth, which means that we can lose our there's gonna be like sudden financial loss or gain in our lives. We can earn money suddenly, we can have a like new income suddenly, or we can lose our money suddenly. But there's a sextile between first house and in Uranus in Taurus, which shows that I believe that there's a huge potential to earn money or gain money, and also it's gonna affect our self-worth, because second house is not just about like the money that you earn. It's more about like the self-love and self-confidence. So there's gonna be a good intention to raise your self-confidence in this sense. And when we look at the collectively, it's gonna be like there's an earthquake energy, like it's gonna be sudden, a big earthquake in the world. And maybe we can hear that there's gonna be a big like financial corruptions in the big companies. It can be happen collectively. But this full moon in Gemini, and moon is in the Gemini in the third house, and there's a Jupiter. That's why actually I describe this full moon as like a hazy or foggy energy, because every knowledge or everything that we know might be a hazy or foggy for this full moon. One of the reasons is that because Gemini is a mutable sign, so it's not fixed or cardinal. So every knowledge that we know, every knowledge that we're gonna learn has a two sides. So that's why whatever we're gonna learn or hear or read, we have to question it over and over again. And because of the Jupiter in the third house, and it means that it's gonna expand what we know, what we're gonna learn. And yeah, that's why this full moon can be a foggy or hazy when it comes to knowledge, when it comes to what we know, when it comes to what we learn from our family. And the third house is not just only about like short-term trips or communication between your family, your authority figure. Let's say third house is more about like how you communicate with yourself. It's about like inner communication. So we can have a doubt about ourselves, our knowledge. And because of this Jupiter energy, it can be expanded during this full moon next week, next 2 weeks. And the more important for me when I look at the full moon, or I would say, I always look at this full moon or new moon energy to look at where is the T-square, where is the area that we're gonna struggle a lot, where is the part of the showing us we need to focus more. And this full moon energy, as I told you before, it's gonna be the every knowledge, everything that we know we need to question about it, or we gonna have to question. But more importantly, this full moon, because of the T-square energy that I will explain right now, it's gonna be more about like the struggle between our identity, our family sense, or family connection, and how we love, or how we to be loved by our partners or people that we know. Because there's a T-square between, let me check again, and yeah, there is gonna be, yeah, there is a Chiron or Chiron in Aries in the first house, and there is Hades in Cancer, and there is Lilith or Black Moon in Libra. So these three signs, it shows that there is gonna be cardinal T-square. So which means that Chiron areas show us how we struggle to say I, how we struggle to show ourselves other people, to show ourselves to ourselves, how we struggle to build a mask, or wear a mask to show other people. When it comes to Hades, I think Hades is more stronger than the Saturn. And when it comes to Hades shows us how we struggle. Hades in Cancer, especially in the fourth house, how we struggle to feel sense of home, feel sense of family, how we struggle to express our emotions. And most of the time, because of the Cancer, it's gonna be more related about like mom or mom figures or a woman in our lives. And there is also the last one is the Lilith, Black Moon, which is ruled by Libra right now in this full moon in the 7th house. It shows that how we gonna have adapt to be loved or to love. We're gonna questions about it. The more we question, the more we're gonna feel like rejection, or we're gonna scare of being lonely. And these three asteroids, there's this T-square between these three asteroids, shows that this full moon we're gonna have adapt to show ourselves first. We're gonna have adapt to feel sense of home inside and outside, and we're gonna have adapt to feel to be loved or to love someone. This is gonna be our struggle. And especially if you remember the first thing that I say about this full moon, because of this energy is so foggy, so hazy, we're gonna have a doubt about it. We're gonna be like, we're gonna question about like, yeah, am I enough to be loved? Am I enough to have a family? Am I enough to show myself? Like, for instance, even before I record this video, I struggle a lot. Like, this is my maybe the 10th time or more than 10 times, yeah, because I feel like because of the English level that I'm speaking is not enough to express the way how I want to share my knowledge with people. So I have this like feeling of sense of feeling of not showing myself, for instance. And that's why my mind is like keep telling me to not to do it. Like, it's showing me all the reason why I shouldn't be seen, why I shouldn't be heard. And this create a foggy or hazy environment in my mind. But there's a grand train which trine, I guess it's called trine, which is a good science. It shows us like where is our strength, and this strength coming from, like, you can call Allah, you can call God, or you can call the universe, light, or sky, whatever you say. You don't need to fight for it, you don't need to work for it. It's already there, it's already there for you, or also collectively for all of us. So this full moon, there's a two grand trine energy. One is between Mercury in Sagittarius, I think this is, yeah, North Node in Aries, and Mars in Libra in the 5th house. So it says to us, we have to think bigger. We have to think, we have to open a new horizon to ourselves. And because of this Mars in Leo energy, it's gonna affect your creativity. The more you create, the more you allow yourself to create, the more you use this Mars energy to create instead of fight, you're gonna increase your knowledge. And Sagittarius is one of the, I will say, Sagittarius is more about, it's totally about like knowledge, but it's about more higher knowledge. It's about like the philosophy or like the religious knowledge I'm talking about. And then when it's in the Mercury energy, it shows us like the more you create something to love yourself, the more knowledge that you're gonna get from high sense of like creatures. And the good part, like when I talk about this T-square, that the other grand training is more about how to navigate this bad or struggle T-square energy, because there's another grand tree which is between North Node in Aries, Hades in Cancer 4th house, and Juno in Scorpio in the 8th house. So the more, because of this Scorpio energy in the 8th house, the more you dare to go deep down to discover who you are, the more you eager to show who you are outside the world, the more you're gonna feel sense of love, and the more you're gonna have a energy to transform yourself. You're not gonna scare, and it's gonna happen in this full moon energy. And overall, I will say, yeah, it's really foggy, it's really hazy energy, and we need to really like read, think, or write twice, or speak like more than twice. We need to think about it before we say something outside the world. This energy really showed this one, but there's a beauty about it. When you're more aware of your consciousness, what you're saying, what you're sharing with other people, the more you're gonna get to know yourself. And I want to end the video that a couple of days ago I was cleaning my bookshelf and I find this Turkish book, and I suddenly open like just one page and I find this quota, and I felt like, okay, this is gonna be maybe the main purpose of this full moon energy, full moon in Gemini. So when I translate it in English, it says, true understanding comes when you feel the knowledge in your cells, not just store it in your memory. That I will repeat again. True understanding comes when you feel the knowledge in your cells, not just store it in your memory. So basically, this full moon energy is gonna be test you, what you know, what you have been know in this life. That's why you're gonna have a lot of information. Could be a fake, could be a not true. But at the end of the day, when you have a connection with your heart and mind together, that you're gonna learn what is true for you, and it's gonna be your transformation for this full moon.